Hello, my name is Robert Aguilar, and I'll be recording my oral presentation over my research paper for English 1302, taught by Barbara Jones. How many of you have cell phones? I know I do. When's the last time you made a text or a call using that cell phone? About 10 minutes before I recorded this video, I was having a conversation with a friend in Australia about our job this summer. How many other electronic devices do you have with access to communications programs? Between the phone I'm using to record this video, the laptop I use to write the papers for this class, and a tablet I use for everyday use, I have 3 different devices that can access communications programs to talk to anybody at any time in any place in the world. How many hours out of every day do you think you use those electronic devices? In 2015, the national average of electronic use in the United States was 11 hours. 7.5 to 8.5 of those hours were used on devices with communication capabilities. That's more than the amount of time you need to sleep every day, recommended by a doctor. With technology advancing at a nearly daily rate of progress, we have to monitor how much we utilize this tool for communication. There are many positives uses for digital devices and communication, and just as many negative. My argument will be not to eliminate the use of this technology, but to limit how much we use it for communicating. The benefit of using this technology for communication is progressing just as fast as they can come up with new devices. As I mentioned earlier, I used an electronic device to communicate with somebody across the world. I met them at a camp, and on a normal basis I wouldn't be able to see them, but because of the advancement in technology, I'm able to keep in contact with them and see how they're doing and kind of make plans for the next time we're able to see each other. Other people can take advantage of this technology by, let's say, a businessman that travels a lot, keeping in contact with his family, or a military personnel across the world at war, seeing how his daughter is growing up. People can use this technology to keep in contact, share memories, and gather information. You must also be wary of using this technology for things such as online dating, because if you use an anonymous forum to meet people, they can take advantage of that technology to be whomever they want to be. Just like I'm editing this video to make it sound a little bit better, people can edit their profile on an online dating site or tell you they're somebody they're really not. Even when using this technology to keep in communication with somebody you may know, you have to be careful with allowing this digital device to take over the human connection you have with that person. In everyday life, you have access to this device 24/7, unless your phone happens to die or you consciously decide to turn it off. This means that at any point in any time of the day, you can be interrupted by a cell phone going off, or an email being sent, or a reminder about an assignment being due. By being able to be reached at any time during the day, you're interrupting the time you can be having a human connection with a real life person. This can happen when you're having dinner with your family and your cell phone goes off because your friend wants to know what you're doing, or when you're at work and somebody's giving a presentation and you're on your cell phone sending an email because you forgot something that you had to do at work. Being able to be accessed at any time during the day can cause problems with everyday life in a social setting, in a family setting, or at work. So my challenge to you is to limit the amount of time you spend adding a status to Facebook or taking a new picture to Instagram, and having more time for the human connection with the people around you. Saying hello to somebody you haven't talked to in a while, and having a conversation about how they're doing in their life. We are going to have greater access to a human connection in real life as opposed to a digital connection through an electronic device.